Good morning. Great to
Morning.
see you. How are you doing this morning?
Very well. It's a beautiful day here in Colorado.
Oh, it definitely is. I see the guitars in the background. So I'm guessing that's your instrument. Tell me a little bit about yourself and tell me about Valle Musico.
Okay, so I started playing guitar when I was about 13 years old and teach classical guitar and formed Valle Musico about 7 years ago when I played at Steve's Guitars in Carbondale and met another guitarist, Pat Winger. Pat Winger comes from more of a jazz background, and I come from more of a classical and some jazz too. And so we formed a duo originally, and then brought in a bass player, Bruce Imig, who is a very well-known bass player in the Roaring Fork Valley. And then through some gigs that Pat was playing, he met Larry Gutmer, who lives in Gypsum and plays a lot with Vale Jazz and is very well known in the Vale Valley. So it's really a tale of two valleys in many ways.
Oh, it
And
definitely is.
we formed Valle Musico, and we've been performing ever since all over the place. We opened for Jazz Aspen twice last year for Jimmy Buffett, and then the year before we played before Lyle Lovett came on stage, and
Wow.
that was really a thrill. So we're very excited to play in Edwards this evening.
Oh yeah, and you know what? This is such a great series and so loved by the locals especially. So, the gates open at 5, the band plays, 6 to about 8 p.m. We're gonna have the food and drinks and everything available. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. And what kind of music, with all those different backgrounds with your musicians, what kind of music can we expect to hear tonight?
Well, we play kind of a fusion of Latin jazz and some straight ahead jazz and with classical influences. But it's fun, very lively, danceable, and four instruments: two guitars, bass, and drums.
Oh wow. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I can see people getting up and doing some dancing. Now, do you play any other instruments besides guitar?
I used to play the sitar, an
Oh,
Indian instrument, and actually we have one piece that we do called Rumba Raga that sort of uses that Indian influence, which is a lot of fun. We have two CDs, one called Two Tangos and the other called Columbra. And we also have a website, www.vallemusico.com,
okay.
and you can listen to the music or purchase CDs on that website.
Okay, awesome. And now, so you said you've been playing guitar since you were what, about 13? Now, has music always been your profession, or did you have a different day job and this is more of a hobby? How did that all work
Um,
out for you?
Well, I have sort of two spheres, two jobs. One, I've been an education entrepreneur for many years. I started out as a special ed teacher and then wound up building a company in Washington D.C. And which was a recording studio actually and a multimedia company, and wound up taking it public. And then moved out to Colorado and started a band. Did some quite a bit of music in Washington, D.C. We did a lot of scores for film and videos and recorded a lot of musicians, including some of the musicians that played with Paul Simon on his Graceland album.
Oh wow. Okay, so you've just kind of always been in it. But oh, that's so awesome. Okay, so well we're gonna see the blending of the two valleys, kind of some people coming over from Roaring Fork, coming to the Eagle River Valley. So tonight, well, we're excited to see this, and this is free, everybody. So there's no excuse not to go. Once again, after work, gates open at 5 p.m. Band by the river. The music will go from 6 to about 8 p.m. Food and drinks going to be available, or you can always just pop into one of those restaurants afterwards. And then this is the second to last show. Next week we'll have Hard Scrabble. So get out there and support local musicians. Thank you so much for your time today, John.
My pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
Okay, all right. Well,